tiny break in the action here. Been chasing about, I don't know, 5-6 acres between this field down there and the two smaller ones. Had to do a last minute surgery on the tedder. Some of you might remember my ramblings about these darn tedder rims. This is the good one that actually matches around that guard. This is a new wheel that doesn't quite match right, and boy, a huge wad of grass got caught in there. So I took it off and cut the guard off, and you know what? Not only does grass not get caught as much, but when it does, you can just take it off again. As opposed to that one, you have to pull the whole wheel off. So anyway, try as I might to foresee everything before the season starts. Still have to do things mid-season. All right, time to take off the mower and put on the rake. Alright, we got our first wagon, 85. Not trying to pack them on due to the hilliness. We've got 4 wagons for a reason. Had some nodder issues, but hopefully have those sorted by switching to a newer, I think it's Wines. We'll see. Onward we go. I do have a surge protector on the other end of that thing. Uh-oh. Here, stop that for a second. Oh, it got unplugged. Okay. I was worried the motor weren't happy. It's coming. Well, this is my fault for moving equipment in a rainstorm. That's why canopies are nice. Doug is gracious enough to lend me part of his open field to stage equipment as we move to this end of town. This is his field. Got nice cutting yesterday too. Rain. Also, there's Doug's 124 with a thrower. Here's our 124 with a thrower. Should have parked them next to each other. Well, we're chancing the weather and knocked down a small piece today. It's only a little over 1.5 acres, but it's not super near other fields. And yeah, forecast is showing a little bit of a chance of rain Friday night, but since it's Wednesday, who knows? We'll see how fast this dries. It does have a shade line that starts to creep in the afternoon, but heck, I'm actually encouraged by how little it's crept in already. But this stuff is thick and the understory is soaking wet. I just tedded it out and already the top's a little dry and underneath is just wet. So we'll see. Might even ted this again today. Kind of purposefully beating the crap out of it while it's still green and won't have leaf shatter, just to get it all up off the ground. So anyway, you know, it's not the worst thing to have broken, but this lift assist spring, let's see, this is the third one I've broken. And if you do some quick math, there's only 2 on the thing. So that means this is a new one from the past 3 or 4 years that broke. Again, same spot. Oh, blarg. It just gets heavy. So we're gonna order another one. Fun. Well, I don't know what this is, but I'm not questioning it. We've got sun and clear skies. Even if it only lasts for half an hour, this might just do it. So yeah, I guess yelling at the sun works. Boy, we're just seeing double everywhere here today. We've got 2 Massey 124s, 2 New Holland 256 rakes. It's because Doug and I are right next door to each other. The field we're working is right through the trees there. And he ended up with a flat tire, actually 2 flat tires on his rake. So he's gonna use mine to rake his bit that hopefully he'll be able to dodge the rain and get in. Meanwhile, we're hooked up and ready to go baling. Should park these 2 next to each other. Fun. Well, 1 wagon down. I think that's about half of it. So again, hills, not gonna overpack them. Got another wagon. We good. 2nd wagon done. 143. Not bad. Horizontal. Well, I've seen wetter standing grass than this. Are we gonna get thunderstorms today? I don't know. Weather Channel says 15%, weather.gov says 90%. So what are you supposed to do with this? I guess you mow. Well, that's that. No rain yet. Maybe we'll be lucky. This is insane. I left to mow another field, came back, and this stuff is crispy. Like what even is this day? Now we've got maybe a line of storms rolling in, so this stuff almost dried too much. But underside is still nice and green. It's still only a few hours cut, so unless we get a hugely soaking rain, we should be fine. But this field is just magic. Chewed off a small section of the other field too to get a jump on tomorrow. Well, call me crazy, but I tedded it again. There's still that thread of wall of rain maybe coming from New York, although it looks like it's losing steam. But my rationale is that if everything goes right, we still have a lot more sun and more dry down to happen. And if we get rain, my goal was to actually take that crispy stuff and bury it and put some of the greener stuff on top to, yeah, prevent the dry stuff from getting even drier before we saw any rain. But just check the forecast again and we might be okay. It's always a game. Well, once again, this field could have been done in 2 days. This stuff it could be ready if it had to be, but it doesn't. We're gonna do it tomorrow. On to rake one of the other fields. So I realize I haven't really talked about this field at all. This is the second one we have down. Mowed some of it Tuesday, the rest of it yesterday. And this is right behind one of the barns we use, owned by the Lockheads. This used to be a pasture for Doug's cows. And between him and the Lockheads mowing it, managing fertility, lime, etc., it grows some beautiful grass. Super fine fescues, timothy, perennial rye, all the stuff we like to see and the stuff that people want to feed their animals. And despite being, you know, thinner grasses, it's pretty thick. So, goodness, this could have been ready to bale today, but we're going to do the other one today and this one tomorrow. You could not ask for a nicer baling day. Game on. Well, wagon 1 didn't take very long. Wagon number 2. I don't know if it's all going to fit on the third one. Might need 4. Wagon, 2 wagons, 3 wagons, and a couple on the ground. 279, not bad for this hill. Whew. I think my hay rake is haunted. That explains a lot. Whew. Ready to roll. 130. Wagon number 2. Did some of the upper piece and filled up with the middle here. 3 being unloaded. Wagon 4, 2/3 full. Whew, well that's a good feeling. 347 in today, 260 left off the wagon, only to put 90 in the barn. Well, gonna knock down a couple small fields today. Might have a break in the weather. The stuff is just about at its peak, so it's fine. Well, I guess a solstice full of sun is a decent day to try 2-day hay. This stuff's ready a day early. I don't think there's an ounce more moisture to come out of this. So we're gonna go rake it and see what we put together today. It's nice to be a day early. The hay is dry, the day is long. It's time to bale. Just over 200 today. At 70, go home with someone. Another 100 on a wagon, going home with someone tomorrow. And the rest of that wagon will fill up in the remainder of the last field that ended up in the shade line. But not bad for a day early. Fertilizer day, hay day, sunny, hot. But we're like between 2 and 3 weeks behind on getting fertilizer down on the first batch of fields. So here we go. Well, more of these leftovers today than I thought there was going to be. All done. All right, half done getting tedded out. Time to mow the other half. 6 acres. 3 hours on the dot. Well, just got this piece tedded out again this morning with this 0 cloud day, nice breeze. Stuff's drying like crazy. The forecast for tomorrow is starting to look a little bit more frustrating. So we may try and see if we can bale a little bit of this today and even tarp it on the wagons if Natural Roots isn't quite ready to unload today. But as you can see, there's still some fresh green stuff in it. So it might mean pushing it a little to try to get it today. But tomorrow they're saying the sun might not even come out until noon or 1 or 2 or 3 or something. And even a couple sources are saying a 20% chance of showers. And that would really suck. So might split the difference and see if we can bale some late today, because heck, we're still barely past the solstice and this field gets sun forever. Wagon number 3